there, Scorpio. Welcome to a Scorpio's journey. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Kenya, and I am a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Pisces rising. I'm also a lover of tarot, especially as a journaling tool, and I've been using it for many years to support my own emotional and spiritual well-being. And I've recently had a calling to share my insights with the world. Now, with that said, I have to say that I am not in the medical profession. I am not in the financial profession. I am not in the legal profession. I'm not a licensed counselor of any kind. I don't sell personal tarot readings or anything else like that. I, am simply rising to a challenge that the universe put out there for me to share my intuitive guidance and interpretations of tarot. And I hope you'll join me as we build this community. So, if the messages resonate with you, please, please, please consider subscribing to my channel, as well as liking and sharing this video. Now, this channel is only for Scorpios. I really want to be able to go deep into the transformational journeys that we as Scorpios have. So to support that, I'll be doing weekly general readings. But I also want to do monthly readings covering all aspects of the astrological chart. So each month I'll do a separate reading for every house, from the first house through to the 12th house. So let's get started. This reading today is for January, but we want to focus on the 4th house of home and family. Again, this is a general reading, so not all of the messages will be relevant to you, but I honestly believe that there's something for everyone in every message. Before we get started, Scorpio, I was reading my daily affirmation, and Spirit asked me to share a part of it with you. Here it is. Your heart should be at the center of your motives and actions. Scorpio, when is the last time you've had a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself? There it is. So let's think about the 4th house. So I pulled this card from the Black Moon Astrology deck. It's number 28 here. It says 4th house roots. But I also think of this as just as, the house of the home and the family. This house is, Cancer represents the 4th house, and it's ruled by the planet Moon. And it really represents everything around the home and family. So anything to deal with domestic issues, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your children, your ancestry. So it does have to do with your roots. It could be your past ancestors. It's about your soul tribe too. Even though it might not be your immediate, your true family, it could be, people that you consider to be your family. It's about old age. It's about leaving a legacy. It's also about your childhood, especially the very, very early phases of your childhood, the part that sort of, shaped your morals and your values. It's about nurturing, and then you giving nourishment. It's about safety and security. It's about building a foundation, too, a family foundation. And it's also about being centered and grounded. When I think about this 4th house, I think a lot about, if I relate this card to a card in the tarot, this reminds me of 2 cards. Definitely this is 10 of Cups energy right here. I'm sorry, not 10 of Cups. Ooh, we might see 10 of Cups today, Scorpio. I did not mean to say 10 of Cups, but it came out. So we'll have to see how that relates to the reading today. I meant to say 10 of Pentacles. So this really, 4th house just, screams 10 of Pentacles to me. And then also 6 of Cups, again, as it relates to your childhood and what's familiar and safe and comforting to you. So we're going to draw a cup from a couple of different decks today. We're going to start with a few oracle decks. Let's start with the Spirit Animal Wisdom deck, and we'll just pull a couple of cards from this deck. Happy New Year, Scorpio. I am wishing you lots and lots and lots of love and happiness for 2023. And, here's to have, you're having a great home and family life this year. Lots of love and, home heart love for you in the new year. So let's see what we have around home and family for January. So we've got monkey, inner child. It's so interesting. This came out in yesterday's reading or the reading before yesterday. It's all connected, Scorpio. So Spirit, there's, some message here that Spirit wants to reinforce with us. But this says monkey, inner child. Don't take life too seriously. So as it relates to the home and family, this could be something to do with your children, or you taking a, childlike perspective around something. We'll talk a little bit more about this. And then we also have lion, honor. It says honor your soul and celebrate your journey. This card also came out earlier in the week, Scorpio. So again, Spirit really wants us to take in this message, to the point that it has shared this with us again. Just as I think about this lion energy too, this is an energy where, I think about, the lion to me is, the one animal that sort of has a balance between feminine energy and masculine energy. It does a great job of balancing those two. So as we kind of think about this in the, context of the home and family, I could see this being about a house, that has, those sort of balanced, energies where you've got, a nurturing environment, one where, you're, from a feminine perspective, you've got that mothering quality, you've got that mama that you can go to when you want to just cry on mama's shoulders. But this could be dad too. So, again, this is about an energy. It's about where, an emotional feminine energy, right? Which is usually being open to receive. It's about self-care. It's about emotions. It's about being free to express your emotions. And then the masculine quality, which is more about structure and authority and boundaries. And this could be speaking to a house or a home and family situation that is well balanced in those respects right now. So very interesting. There could be some issues around your children, or you as a mother with the monkey, the sort of inner child energy there. I'm going to pull now from the Sacred Destiny Oracle to see what other thoughts we get around this. The lion energy is also just around, dedication. It's about loyalty, so there could be some, very strong, solid, loyal relationships you have around you right now. Oops, that one didn't want to come up. Let's see what other messages come through here. We've got thriving, which I love. That's a beautiful energy. And purification. So I love this thriving energy. It's about your being adaptable, your being flexible, no matter what kind of, situation that you may find yourself in right now. This is about, surviving, being a survivor. And, sometimes, there, could be situations where, for anybody else, Scorpio, it would break them. I know we Scorpios are strong and resilient anyway, but right now, you are having a strong ability to adapt to your circumstances. Now, along with the idea of thriving does come, the concept that, there might be a challenge that you need, that's in your life for which you need to thrive and survive. So you might be having some challenging issues around home and family right now, but that's okay. We Scorpios often use difficult situations as, growth opportunities. And so Spirit is saying right now, whatever is coming toward you, whatever challenges you're facing in your home and your family life, Scorpio, you will survive. This also speaks to just sort of using your animal instincts, right? Because when you kind of think about surviving and thriving, you think about animals out in the wild. And they use their 5 instincts to just get it in and to do what needs to be done. So just be, trust your instincts right now, Scorpio. So because there's a situation in which you need to really follow your gut. And then we've got purification. So here you kind of see the sunflower here, which I love. Typically in the tarot and in oracle cards, purification. The sunflower typically represents abundance and prosperity. So I like that. But you see the sunflower here, and then you see the raindrops coming down. I don't know if you can see that, how clearly you can see that on this camera, but it does signify the need to cleanse, to purify, to detox, to declutter, to release negative energy. So from a home and family perspective, maybe, there's some decluttering of your space that you need to do. New year, Scorpio, maybe it's time to do some house cleaning. Especially after the holidays, we had lots of folks over. So time to kind of look at our space and see how we might declutter a little bit. I mean, from a personal perspective too, again, we have had a lot of family around. We love our family, Scorpio, but, sometimes it does, take a lot of energy to be around them. So this could also be Spirit giving you a message, around the need to sort of release any negative energy that may have built up around you as you've been dealing with your family and home situations. So that's message from that deck. I think now I want to just go to the money deck. Again, we kind of want to think about this from the lens of the home and family, but, it also has to be, the 4th house also has to do with safety and security. And when we talk about safety and security and stability, money always comes into play. So we'll see what kind of messages we get from this deck. And, even if it, isn't specifically around money or, or career, we will take the metaphors as they pertain to, the home and the family. One more shuffle, I feel. And we are good to go. So we've got options. Many opportunities are becoming available to you now, or you're being flooded with too many ideas. Do not get stuck in doubt when an offer presents itself. Seize the moment and create multiple streams of income. So that's interesting. We'll see how that relates to messages. And then we've got unstable. So again, this has come out in a couple of readings I've recently done, Scorpio. So you might want to go back and read those, look at those readings. But it says there have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances, money coming in fast and going out just as quickly. And then fast changes regarding money or an unexpected turn of finances. So I'm just thinking about this. You know, I mean, again, there just might, you know, when I think about this unstable card, especially as it relates to this idea of thriving and surviving, you know, again, there just may be some tension in your home and family right now, kind of speaking to the instability, regardless of whether or not it has to do with money. Again, we're thinking about this metaphorically. So, you know, especially as, you know, we have been spending more time, Scorpio, with friends and family over the holidays, there might have been some tense situations. And, you know, I think here, you know, whatever the situation, we'll learn a little bit more about it. Again, it's an opportunity for you to just sort of release what's not yours. You know, again, maybe, you know, there may be tense situations with various family members, not specifically you. And so you've been around that energy, you know, an opportunity to, now that it's over, release that. You know, it could be, you know, you're needing to, you know, adapt, you know, maybe there's some compromise around a particular situation that you're having in your family, where, you know, there's the need for you to adapt and compromise, to negotiate, to bring things back into balance. I'm going to pull a couple of overarching tarot cards here. This is the Druid Tarot deck. And we'll get some more clarification around these oracle cards around the 4th house of home and family. I don't know. There could be some issues with your parents. Again, as I'm thinking about the lion and the divine feminine and the divine masculine, maybe there's some parental issues going on with you as a child or you as a parent. In any case, Spirit is saying it's going to be okay. You're going to thrive. It's, you know, the, you know, situation might, you know, seem a little precarious right now. But things are going to work out. There's an opportunity for compromise. Don't take yourself too seriously. You know, there are battles to fight, and then there are those where, you know, it's not worth fighting. And this might be a situation where, Scorpio, you need to let it go. So we've got the World here, which I love. So this is all about completion, leveling up, starting the next chapter of your life. And then underneath we've got the Lady. Ooh, so we've got two really, really big energies. So in this deck, the Lady is also, you know, this is the Empress in the more, you know, traditional Rider-Waite deck. But we've got the World here. And, whew, you know, this is about, to me, just, you know, the end of a major life cycle, a successful ending. It's about leveling up. It's about all the lessons that you've learned throughout the journey, throughout the Fool's journey. That's what the major arcana and the tarot are all about. This is about the accomplishment of a goal, and just you're having a sense of just fulfillment. Right? You might be thinking right now, okay, what's next? What's the next direction? You know, this is also, as I think about this in the context of the home and family, this could be about you're needing to make a big decision, a big household decision, and, you know, you using all of your, you know, life's experiences and wisdom to support that decision. Now we've got the Lady or the Empress. She is the mother of the tarot. So again, you've got that feminine energy coming in here. She is about fertility. She is about creativity. She does a great job of merging mind, body, and spirit issues. You know, some of you may be expecting here, you know, as it relates to home and family, maybe there's going to be a new addition to the family. It's interesting. We've got the inner child card here. Maybe there's something around that. But, you know, this is about unconditional love and, you know, how we nurture the ones we love and how we also nurture ourselves. It's about also just flourishing. So anything that you do nurture tends to flourish. It's about luxury and abundance too, right? You know, you might be wanting to really treat yourself right now. You know, indulging and taking extra care of yourself. Again, this is something about the birth of, you know, could be about the birth of something new, pregnancy, a new project. It just could be moving into a new home. And, you know, you're kind of really focusing on, you know, creating a beautiful environment in your new home. But this is Venus energy. So again, this is, you know, it could be about, you know, just it is about sort of the loving relationships that you have around you. I'm going to pull some other tarot cards to see if we can get some clarification here around these two really big energies. I'm getting this idea, dropped this one, around just self-care, Scorpio, and you're needing just to really, really take care of yourself. Yeah. And I think this is from a physical health perspective, but also from a mental health perspective. You know, again, you know, after the holidays and, you know, all of the stress that, you know, that time period brings into our lives, you know, there could be an opportunity just for you to take some time out and to take a special care of yourself right now, Scorpio, not only physically, but mentally. So we've got the Queen of Wands, the Chariot, the Sun. That's beautiful. Let's see if we can see these cards here. We've got the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. I think I actually want to move this here. We talked about the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a very good energy that we've got here. And then we have the Five of Pentacles at the end, at the bottom of the deck here. Wow. I love the Queen of Wands. I especially like this version of it. So this is the Light Keeper's deck here. And, you know, she's just, you know, feeling herself. I know this isn't Scorpio energy, but when I look at her, I'm like, this is fierce Scorpio energy. You know, this is, you know, Queen of Wands. She is all that. You know, the Queen of Wands, she just, you know, she is optimistic. You know, she puts herself out there. She is very assertive. You know, she's got her nose in everybody's business. She's very, very self-confident. You know, she's very talented too. So, you know, at this time, Scorpio, don't underestimate yourself. and your abilities. She's multi-talented, so she's skillful at a lot of things. She's well-rounded. She can speak, she can do, she's creative. She's also an inspiration to others, so she has the ability to rally the troops, and she's just beautiful. Everybody wants to be around her. You know, I sense that this is your energy right here, Tarot. Scorpio. You know, when we get the court cards, they might represent your energy. They might represent somebody else's energy, or you know, they might represent a situation. But I really do feel like this is your energy right now, Scorpio. And I love it. It's sort of rooted by the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is, you know, it's not a great card typically. You know, it represents betrayal. It represents feelings of failure. It represents a deep wound that needs to be healed. But you know, I in this instance here, I really feel like this is your accepting something, and really just realizing that, you know, something needs to be let go, and you know, you're allowing that change to happen. This is you saying, oh well, this, you know, happened, you know, again, you know, this to me represents the challenge, you know, and this is really here, Scorpio, you're thriving. Like there's something that happened, done, finito, you know, it was painful, but it's your thriving. So you are in your moment. Whatever this happened here, you are going to feel this pain, and then Scorpio, you are going to let it go. You know, and you know, you've got the Chariot here too. Again, just a very positive card. It's another big energy. So it's you know, the major a major arcana, and the Chariot does represent just overcoming obstacles, and you having the will and the determination to do that. It represents bringing two opposing forces together, to come along and to be on, you know, to follow a similar, you know, to get onto the same wavelength, the same path, to achieve a common goal. And again, I just really think, Scorpio, that, you know, there may have been something with your, you know, your family, or your home life where, you know, there may have been some challenging or some difficult times where you've had to play this role, where you have maybe had to play the peacekeeper, or the person who's brought, you know, two opposing factions of the family together. And it's done you well, Scorpio. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, which again is a very good card. We talked about the Ten of Pentacles. To me, it's really what the fourth house represents. You know, it does represent, you know, tens are completions, right? And new beginnings to begin with. But this is about, you know, material blessings. This is about prosperity. It's about, you know, legacy. This is about leading a full and abundant life. It's about being of value to the world. And, you know, you're being of value to others. It's about you counting your blessings. And, you know, I feel like here, Scorpio, that, you know, they're, you know, with this, you know, issue. And again, we're going to do some further clarifications. We can see if we can get at it. I feel like you're just overcoming whatever issue, you know, whatever familial issue has been happening at the end of 2022. So, you know, to me, this is about, you know, rebalancing, getting stability back here. Again, this is, you know, could be about, you know, the value that you are bringing to the familiar, you know, to the familiar situation right now. It's, you know, these are all very positive cards. You've got number 19, the Sun here. You know, how How beautiful is this, Scorpio? This is about confidence. You know, this is about willpower, determination, leading to success, joy, happiness. You've got the World card here somewhere. So I do feel like this is you're overcoming some really, really tense and challenging home and family situations. And I feel like this is you're not letting that get to the best of you. You're acknowledging that it's happened and then you're moving forward from it. And you actually have had some role to play in terms of, you getting the situation back into harmony. We've got the magician here. He is the, master manifester. He does represent communication. But he just, the message of the magician says you have all the skills and the resources that you need to succeed. And this is about you shaping your own material world. So this is, to me, there are some undertones here, Scorpio, of, tension, maybe some challenging times that you've had from a home and family perspective. But, I think with your involvement and what you've brought to the situation, things are turning around and things are looking really, really good, Scorpio. I mean, we've got the Five of Pentacles here overall. Five of Pentacles does, fives do represent change and conflict. The Five of Pentacles specifically represents financial difficulties. So I don't know, there could be something here, Scorpio, just around, collectively the home finances. We do have this unstable card here that we pulled from the money deck, or this could just be you worried about, finances, the home finances, or just you worried about the situation at all, right? There's some challenging moments we've had, and you could just be worried about the stability and security of the family environment. But Scorpio, it's needless worry. You're taking action, whatever actions you've taken here, to rectify the situation. It's really working out. So I feel like this is needless worry. This could also here, signify health issues. Again, I just do see that there's, just some opportunity to, from a health perspective, just to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. It's the beginning of the year, Scorpio. So let's schedule our physicals for this year. I am getting something around health here, but I do think just from a family perspective, thinking holistically about the home and the family, there's some worry that you've had, and it might have been rightfully so. But just know, Scorpio, that the actions that you put in place is going to help the family unit thrive. People are looking at you right now as, the one to be able to handle this situation and to be able to rally the troops. And, it's you saying to the troops, Scorpio, it happened. People's feelings got hurt. Let's put it to the side. Let us come together again as a family unit. So we'll look at the Kipper deck here and see how that, wow. So we've got number 8, false person here. We've got number 24, thief. And we've got number 16, thoughts. And then underneath, we've got number 9, change. So, wow, Scorpio. So yeah, I mean, this to me is just validating, that there's been some issue within the family that may have, really, really ruffled some feathers. We've got number 8 here, false person. In the Kipper deck, false person represents it's lies, it's deceit. It indicates dangerous situations. It's making mistakes. It's the need to, check your motivations, or for someone to check their motivations. They might not be doing things sincerely. And it's not surprising to me that it's sitting atop this 10 of Swords, which has similar energy, betrayal, backstabbing. But I do think, Scorpio, this is, I don't think this Queen is doing this. I think this is you who's trying to rally the troops and to get everybody back together after that particularly difficult situation. And then we've got number 24, which is Thief. Again, not a great card here. So this is about, again, theft. It could be about people stealing money. This could be dishonesty. Again, this is just not a great card. So I think that there's something within the family situation where there are people in the family who have been torn apart. There's some lying going on, Scorpio. But this is not something that is going to be a permanent rift in the family. We've got this sitting underneath the Chariot card again and the 10 of Pentacles. This is something the family can overcome, Scorpio, and you've got a significant role to play here in the comeback. We've got number 16, which is Thoughts. Here, and this is just we've got this man here. He's looking at this woman. In the very traditional sense of this could be someone who's thinking about their loved one or their spouse. But overall, I think this is more in tune with the 5 of Pentacles, where you're just worried about the situation. But oh my goodness, again, it's sitting on atop the 19, the sun and the Magician, and this is saying, Scorpio, yes, okay, it's been a trying time, but life is going to get better. Let's feel that worry. Let's, tuck it away. And it's time to be more positive and to have a more positive mindset. You've got this, Scorpio. There are motions you've put into play to, rectify this situation. I'm going to pull just the final card here from the Keepers of the Light deck. I like this deck because it's very positive. With this reading, I do think we need a positive ending to the reading. Oh, it's been challenging. I do think, over the last couple of months in 2022, from a family situation, Scorpio, there's been some hardships. They may have been monetary. They, may have to do with relationships, but you are on the rebound. I didn't talk about this, but we've got number 9 here from the Kipper deck, which represents change. So whatever bad situations we've had over the past couple of months, things are looking up. And so we've got from the Keepers of Light deck, Charity, Prayer and Contemplation, Connect with Heaven, Ask and you shall receive. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got Mother Mary, Love and Peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So, whatever situations you're having with your family right now, Scorpio, let go. It's about compromise. You don't need to be right all the time, Scorpio. I know that's hard for us to hear, but Spirit wants you to know. Here's that message. And then, I will go back to, the affirmation that I put out there to you at the beginning of this reading, Scorpio. The heart is at the center. It should be at the center of our motives and our intentions. You know, have you had a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself? And, you know, what is that telling you about this particular situation? So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope you got some insights from this message. Please, please, please consider subscribing to this channel, and I will see you next time.